So the big question is this: how do small businesses like yours, who feel like you're doing all the right things and going to all the right events, reach the federal buyer in a way that helps you win more contracts? That is the question, and this is the place to get your answers. My name is Neil McDonnell. Welcome to the GovCon Chamber of Commerce. Okay, let's get started. In this video, I want to show you how to find the HHS Small Business Directory. One of the reasons this is really important is because there's so many firms out there that are, let's say, 8A firms or HUBZone firms. And 8A and HUBZone have about 5,000 certified firms each. Inside of the HHS Small Business Directory, less than 1,000 of them are in there. So 80% of the small businesses out there that are 8A and HUBZone are missing. And it's the same thing across the board on any of the smalls. It's just a huge chunk of you who are small businesses serving the federal government who might want to work with HHS. You're just missing, and their internal buyers use this directory that they have of small businesses to perform market research. And I want to make sure you're in there and making yourself available to HHS. Now, one of the challenges is, from my perspective, HHS is a little confusing. If you click here, grants and contracts on their homepage, you would naturally assume it's going to take you someplace that finds that directory, but it's not as visible as you could hope, right? So here are a lot of different links that might go into it, talking about HHS contracts. It's natural that we would be going to the small business programs to learn about this. In here is how we can learn about this stuff. If I click on this OSDBU link at the top, let me zoom in a little bit. That one seems like it would give me something good, and I'll come back to that in a second. And just coming down here, I don't really see the directory. So let me pause for a second and open up that OSDBU one. And this is what this site looks like. It's HHS's site out there. But unfortunately, this also doesn't have the directory. It certainly didn't have it in any kind of easy way to find. I couldn't see it on here. But they have a different OSDBU site. And this is the part I want to point out. When you search for OSDBU to HHS, you get this one here. It's on a different subdomain, whatever that means for you guys, doesn't matter really. But here you've got OSDBU. It's a beautiful looking site. It looks like a modern site, a lot of modern stuff, but it's not intuitive off their main site. And so you might not be finding it. This is probably why so many businesses are not there. It's like a best kept secret, if you will. Anyways, inside the OSDBU environment, you'll find they've got the small business directory and some other stuff. But if you hover above this word industry, they've got, nice looking website. You hover above it. Here for the government personnel, you can search the HHS directory to find small businesses that could perhaps do what you need them to do. So that means over here for small businesses, we're industry, right? And there's a lot of different things. If we click on doing business, I'm going to go straight to the directory just so I can show you again. In the directory right here, it says be part of the small business directory, because that's where buyers come up. And so if I hit HUBZone, you can see that there's only 491 in there. It's just nothing. There needs to be so many others. Do the same thing with woman-owned small business, which is another small business program. There's only 1,389 women-owned businesses in here, yet there's thousands of women-owned, certified women-owned businesses. Anyways, I think I made the case that you need to be in here if you want to be doing business with HHS, and if you want them to reach out to you. That's the kicker. Being in this directory is not about you knocking on doors. It's about them potentially finding you when they're looking for you. So if you come over here to that page I clicked on, doing business with HHS, you'll see this, the fourth bullet here is register within the new small business directory. So they really want people to do it. But it's kind of a secret. And all you have to do is click on, the button to register. Let me zoom in. And I'm not going to walk through this because you can do this on your own, but you put your basic information in, you hit continue. The next step is it asks you for your DUNS number. And then if you're the primary point of contact, you're in. If you're not, then you got to get your primary point of contact to just approve you. But then you're in within a day, right? You could be inside of the directory. You can update your profile to make sure it looks the best. And then as you move forward, you'll be available and visible to the federal buyer. So let me just back up for a second and remind you that if you want to do business with HHS, make sure you're in the small business directory. It takes you 1 day to do it. And the potential upside is obviously hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars in contracts. No point in hiding if you're trying to sell to the government. Make yourself visible. My name is Neil McDonnell with the GovCon Chamber of Commerce. If you like this video, others will too. Please give it a thumbs up. If you want to connect with me personally, connect with me on LinkedIn. It's my favorite spot. Sign up for the GovCon Chamber's email list to get notified whenever we put out new content, courses, or we interview federal buyers. You can do that at www.govconchamber.com. And then also please consider becoming a sustaining member of the GovCon Chamber of Commerce. It's only $1 a day. My name's Neil McDonnell, wishing you great success.